Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever experienced or are you experiencing some form of discomfort in your feet that comes in form of maybe tingling effects, which means you feel like you're being pierced by a needle in your feet, or numbness, or there is a burning sensation in your legs and it's so uncomfortable? If you've ever experienced the three symptoms above, then this is a video for you. 1. You might be experiencing vitamin B12 deficiency. Okay? Now, what is vitamin B12? Vitamin B12 is a water-soluble vitamin. It's part of the B vitamins, and it plays a very important role in our system. Now, role number 1 that vitamin B12 plays is actually DNA development or synthesis. So it causes synthesis or is involved in the synthesis of DNA and therefore the proteins that are healthy for your system. Number 2, also it is involved in blood development and blood synthesis. It also plays a role in nervous transmission and the brain function. Also in men, erection. So vitamin B12 plays a very huge role in erection. And finally, vision and your balance in general. Now, all these things we'll come to discuss them as we head along. Now, what causes vitamin B12 deficiency? Number 1 is a messed up gut. Now, when you consume those wheat products, that sugar, that seed oil that you use to cook your meals, you mess up your gut in a way that you'll be unable to absorb vitamins in their appropriate or adequate forms, okay, or amounts, and that will lead you into deficiency of these vitamins. Number 2, bad diets. So if you're consuming diets that are rich in sugar, rich in wheat products, they're cooked in seed oils, you're eating foods that are deficient in vitamins, healthy vitamins like the B vitamins, and even the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, then you'll end up in vitamin deficiency. And finally, if you're on drugs that mess up your gut like antacids, drugs that also mess up your stomach wall like NSAIDs, the painkillers, and drugs for diabetes, and specifically metformin, then you're in for trouble. The reason being, metformin blocks the absorption of vitamin B12. Okay, and that's the reason why most people who are diabetic and are on metformin will experience this problem. And metformin is a standard drug in nearly all diabetics and is causing this effect. And also remember, diabetes on its own causes peripheral neuropathy. So it causes that numbness and that burning sensation in your feet. And therefore, if you're diabetic and you're on diabetes drugs, that is double tragedy. And therefore, it's time to start editing your diet. So how do you reverse vitamin B12 deficiency? Or how do you reverse that burning sensation, that loss of vision, that erectile dysfunction, that loss of balance, that anemia as a result of vitamin B12 deficiency, that impairment in protein synthesis because of DNA impairment as a result of vitamin B12 deficiency? How do you reverse that? Number 1, of course, start fixing your gut through fasting. Fasting is very important in fixing your gut pH. Number 2, use salt so that you can concentrate stomach acid. Number 3, consume diets that are healthy. Drop seed oils, drop sugar, and drop wheat products because they mess up your gut and therefore you'll have a problem in absorption of these vitamins. And then focus on healthy keto. Eat diets that are rich in vitamins and vitamin B12 to be specific, avocados, nuts, the complex carbohydrates that we mentioned, including pumpkins, eggs in plenty, fats, animal fats for that matter, tallow, sweat, lard, ghee, butter, then fatty meats, fatty fish. Eat these products or eat these foods in plenty. Avocados, these are the foods that are rich in vitamin B12 and they will help you reverse this. But you cannot start concentrating on these foods without first of all starting by fixing your gut through fasting. So once you fix your gut, whether intermittent fasting or prolonged periodic fasts, once you do that and you start consuming salt, you fix your gut and therefore you'll absorb these nutrients in plenty. On the drug note, the one that you use drugs that cause vitamin B12 deficiency like metformin, you have to drop it. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you're diabetic and you've been on diabetes drugs for more than 3 months, then you are the problem. Diabetes is reversible and it's only reversible in the kitchen or through the kitchen. So start fixing the kitchen and you'll be free from these effects.